Hey, Thunder, what's up? I'm fixing the gosh darn title because Twitch never wants to do it. We know that. It's a jerk. Oh, my mouse is being annoying. There we go. Now it should be fixed. All right, let's pull up the chat. And let's say hi. Alrighty, everyone. We are doing Pagan Book Club, Hellenic Polytheism, Household Worship. This time we were going to study pages 47, or I guess read 47 to 72. Now, a lot of that is information about the gods. We'll there's a couple questions, and if anyone has questions about some of the material about the deities, put them in the chat because we will happily answer them, but we're going to skip over them for the most part. Because it's just a list, but is really handy to refer back to. And as you can see, I've tabbed the shit out of it. So we are starting on offerings and tokens. So let me just bring up our book to the right place. Let's see, that was 47, I believe. Awesome. All right, take a drinky drink. Make sure you have your snacky snack because we're about to get started. All right, offerings and tokens. I'm going to get my book out because I have highlights and stuff. So, a necessary sacred act of Hellenic worship is the offering of incense, fruits, seeds, flowers, breads, cakes, and sweets. There are recipes for offerings like honey cakes. I don't actually know where that is, but it's really easy. Success Twitch. I stopped it so I could try to update it from the restream side, but it's being a jerk. I'm actually on my laptop, so I do appreciate feedback on the audio quality, the video quality, because I want to see how good this is. I don't think it's powerful enough to stream in the server at the same time as streaming to other sources because I can hear the fan running, but I want to see how it's good on the stream so far. And let me know if you're on Twitch or on YouTube because that's also really important. All right, so honey cakes is a very popular offering, and you can definitely easily Google search it and find some really great recipes. I know that if you check in like the food section, there might be some pinned recipes in there for you, whether they're for offerings or not. It would be great if we could do a recipe book if anyone has recipes. I'm just saying. So let's get back to the book. So a portion of these offerings, Twitch and audio. Thank you, Thunder. A portion of which is offered to the gods, while the rest is distributed among those present. So think of this like a lot of holidays and stuff. They would like slaughter, several cows, and it would be or whatever, sheep, etc. And they would serve. They would do the offering, right? And then the rest of it was cooked and shared with the entire, usually city or like big. Yeah, it's usually was the city. So similar concept, smaller size. It'll be a living space. If you point out in the chat what that quote was from, I will mail you a sticker, a Medusa sticker. Yeah, me neither, but that's a really good point, Thunder, because as I reiterate almost every fucking book club or any fucking stream, you don't have to do anything, right? All you need is the love for the gods, and that's it. I love how Stream Elements just put in the chat that we're live. Like, good job, Stream Elements. You're trying. Now, the evidence, I love that they talked about it, not only through like sacred texts, but there's also hearts. There's also things like painted pots, vessels, sculptures, and other archaeological findings, including inscriptions to back this, right? So there's a list of offerings and characteristic traits for all the gods. Well, not for all of them, for a lot of them. Hey, sacred. Who says I can't? Nobody. Oh my God, I would do that so often in college. So majority of this week's reading was a lot of info. Why am I showing it in my book? Because I love my book, because it's all highlighted and shit. So we see here Athena's first. I think they did it in alphabetical order. Yeah, I think they did it in alphabetical order. We did have a question about Apollon, or Apollo, depending on whatever way you want to say it. So Athena, we have we're just going to go over these two. Olive branch, olive oil. That's, of course, referencing back to the story between Athena and Poseidon fighting over, God, I can't remember the name of the stupid city. Doesn't matter. Any item woven by your own hands. So you could do like a braid. Remember oh my God, I'm dating myself. Remember we used to have those stretchy plastics and we would do them into like little box braids for like keychains as a kid, or if you've ever done knitting, if you've ever done crochet, what the hell's the other one, the stitching? Yeah, Athens. Thank you. I don't know why my brain died. Thank you. And of course, the aspect, this is a great reference to not only the aspect of Athena, which is crochet. Yes. Scooby strings. Is that what they were called? Shit. Yeah. So that's I wanted to bring that up because I remembered it. And I know a lot of people, when they're thinking about woven things or, knitted, crochet, whatever, it's complicated, right? It requires resources and equipment. But when I was trying to think of something that wouldn't, and I was like braids, and then I remembered those. No worries. We're reviewing the reading, which was pages 47 to 72. We pretty much just had the main front page here, talking a little bit about what offerings are and what we store them in. And the majority of the chapter is just like you guys see. I'm going to put it next side by side. This is going to be fun. Side by side. Is just reviews of offerings, tokens, colors associated. I like the colors. That's one of my favorite parts. Colors, sacred animals. I think there's more than one sacred animal for Athena. I don't think it's just the owl. Oh, no worries. Well, you can always post it in the chat. If you guys remember something later, please just go ahead and feel free to post it in the thread, because that's what it's there for. And we actually have a question about Apollon. And I always recommend reading the footnotes here because I feel that they're really helpful. I think so. Let me double check here. Where do we go? theoi.com. Generally birds. Let's see. Yeah, just generally birds. I do think that a snake has been associated with Athena in some of the in one of the stories, myths. I would also think spiders because of her thing with Arachne, but that's just me. So, okay, someone was asking in the server, in the chat actually, about right here in the offerings for, not, by the way, this is just offerings that are typically associated with the deities. You can offer whatever the fuck you want. If you want to offer, one second, guys. You really don't feel, oh, no worries. Well, we still have the replays up on YouTube, so you can always catch up by watching the YouTube channel. And it's not moderating. And Thunder, you're so familiar with the offerings and stuff, you can skip most of the chapter. You can always offer a cup of water, it doesn't matter. It's nice, it's cool to focus on what things are historically accurate. Your tote's fine. But you don't need to stick to that. for example, Hermes, right? Hermes. I have seen, and this is called UPG, unverified personal gnosis. Actually, this is called SPG, which is shared personal gnosis. Oh, origami sunflowers. That's wonderful. That's a really great offering for Apollo. That is so great. I love that. And I love like that's those like the handmade crafts. The craft section of the server is freaking amazing. Y'all are so talented. But like Hermes, right? Here's a great example of shared personal gnosis, which is like multiple people have offered this and kind of agree that this is something that is associated with the deity, right? Red Bull, energy drinks. So many people offer Hermes energy drinks, and we all understand why. Dude's got a big job and is going to be running all around the place. That is insane. Plus, I would also say associated with Hermes is communication, right? Yeah, exactly. So many people have offered it. Oh, or we did origami for one of the rituals last year as the activity. I really want to do it again. That was really fun. And it's also really low resources because you can use regular printer paper and you just need to like make it into a square. So it's really accessible. Hydrate or die straight, bitches. Origami. We should do it again. Red Bull gives you wings. Yeah, we got that too. I love that. It's so funny how like people are like, it's not a religion, but like literally everybody uses our shit. Right? Exactly. Communication makes speech. Exactly. It makes sense. Hydrating. Okay, so someone asked about the frankincense for Apollon and was asking about this word mana. I don't actually know what that is. And they were asking about it. I would estimate it's probably the like old name or like what it was called back in ancient Greece. But I'm surprised that there isn't a like asterisk and an explanation for that. And I actually do also have it in my notes, like highlighted, being like question mark. So if anyone has heard of that or speaks, Greek or ancient Greek and can confirm or deny this, that would be amazing. If not, like, I think it's just referring to the name, just in case anyone else was wondering. And I see that they do that in a couple of other places as well. Frankincense is a really popular incense. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate lavender. I hate both of those. I hate, what is it? I think cedar. They're just so overwhelming for me. So I wouldn't be offering that because it would be harming me. So, and I wanted to bring this up because it's so prevalent in all of the offerings listing. Use whatever the fuck you want. Why would the deities want you to suffer? I mean, well, except if you're suffering like working out for Ares or Athena or something or Artemis. That's a different type of suffering. But yeah, do what works best for you. I love that Apollo's only color is gold, by the way. Okay. Let me see if I had any notes on any of the yes, it can be very sensory overwhelming. I only just realized that I used to burn only half an incense stick, and now I've been burning a whole incense stick mainly because I've been lazy and it bothers my cats. I was wondering why my cats were not spending time in my room. It's the incense. So not only yourself, but others in the house. Wax melts are really great. Okay, so we're going to move on past the deity information unless anyone has any questions or thoughts about it. And we are going to go straight into the prayers and hymns. So let's get there. Yeah, there's a lot. I honestly, or if you print these pages out, would highly suggest that you use them and add on additional information. All the notifications. I love that in Helpful to Gods. Yeah, exactly. Like they really don't like I've never met anyone who's like, oh, the God wanted me to like go through something terrible, an ordeal, blah, blah, blah. Unless it's someone told me the God, those are scams. Don't do them. We literally had someone scammed on the server out of their money. Do not do them. If I'm just telling everybody, look, if someone messages you and says that shit, report it to the mods immediately. But yeah, I've never heard anyone who didn't seem like a scammer being like, the gods hate you and that you have to do all this work to like, do this, and you have to go through the difficult, struggles and painful. No, no, no. I can't say that enough. All right. I mean, why would they want you to suffer? Because then you won't be able to serve them as, and honor them the best you can. All right. So we have prayers and hymns, and also puts in here like this means sacrifice and pray. And I love that she puts the English translations because I can't read any of that shit. All right, so we have some good definitions here. Yeah, I find that happens a lot to newbies, especially if you're in a very strict group or organization. That's definitely something I see. Okay, so we have here the definition. If I can highlight it. There we go. I'm going to read it from my book, though. Hymns are written in metered verse and prose and comprise of invocation together with the main part of the hymn, which includes praise, I think that said eulogy. Eulogy and giving thanks, not thanksgiving like we do, but thanksgiving as in giving thanks to the gods and heroes. You can also do hero worship. I know a lot of people don't know that, and that seems like we would just be worshiping the deities and stuff, but there's hero worship, there's ancestor worship. I don't think we go a lot into that in this book, but I'm just throwing it out there for anyone who wants to go check out the server. I think we have a channel specifically for hero worship, if I remember correctly. It's I can't remember, but it's in the Hell Paul section. Hellenism, whatever. The content of the prayer is simpler and has a little bit less poetic characteristics, consisting of an invocation and subsequent positions. Thank you. I need to print out a list of all the channels again, because I forget. All right. So we also have prayer. I love it. Okay. So prayer, gotta scroll that down here. Prayer may be defined as an act of worship by which we call upon the divine to hear and grant our petition. I'm just going to put this out here. You don't have to ask something. You can just pray and say, hey guys, I love you. Go to bed. Go to bed. The replay will be there. So, oh my gosh, I don't know why I haven't put the chat on the overlay. Well, that's terrible. Let's not do that. That's aesthetically terrible. The chat will show up in the YouTube chat as well. So prayer may be defined. The petition. It's an integral part of any household. Come see me on Saturday. That's a good point. Thank you for the transition there. Saturday. Oh wait, no, I'm not streaming this Saturday. It's still important. I'm not streaming the gaming this Saturday because I have to work. But I will be streaming next Saturday per the usual. And yeah, we're still trying to get me into the Minecraft server. I'm kind of fucked on that one. So if anyone knows anyone who's really good at Minecraft, that would be great. All right. So the person offering the libations, offerings, and sacrifices will usually direct the prayers in free verse to the gods in a clear and well-modulated voice. So, take Toastmasters for Hellenism. I like also that we have the what, we have the how, and now we have a little explanation of the different parts here. I'll put that there. Any devout worshiper may compose a verse, and any devout person in HH can give us a prayer or a poem to use for rituals, or you can volunteer to read them. That's even better. So a prayer begins with an invocation, including appropriate epithets and identifying characteristics specific to the particular god, gods, deity, hero, whatever. Thereafter, a request or a petition follows, if you have one. I have a habit of always highlighting these adorable little phrases, these little I don't know what they are actually. A hymn. There we go. It's a hymn. Oh, 66. Hold on, let's see. Oh, it's from Plato. Okay. I'm going to read this one out loud because it's short. And it's a good example. This is a prayer to Pan. Really, I just remembered I have to say hi to Pan again. Okay. O friend Pan, and all your other gods who are worshipped here, grant to me inner beauty, and whatever I have that is beneficial to me, may it be in harmony with that which is within me, so that I may consider only the wise as wealthy. As for the sum of my money, may it be sufficient and not more than what a prudent man may carry or endure. This is actually a really good one, probably for Hermes too. Um, all right, let me go back to my book because I have all the highlights here. Oh, here's my literal tab that says prayer. You guys can't see it, but that's like I actually have them marked. A lot of them have faded, so I need new markings, or like the table. Okay, so the next part here, I want to go here. So it is customary for the worshiper to invoke the divine through prayer when it is desired, and always with due devotion. As much as we are very casual and very fun here at HH, we do worship the gods very seriously and truly love and honor them. So as long as you have the devotion and the heart, that's what matters. And we make jokes all the time. So the most pious prayers are those that entreat without demanding or attempting to command the God. Don't do that. Don't tell a deity what to do. That's not a good idea. That's like telling your boss what to do. I mean, they might do it, but like, you don't pray in English. Okay, hold on. I missed the chat. Hold on. We're saying prayers don't need to be in English or Greek in any fucking language. Look, I can speak Armenian, guys. I don't pray in Armenian. I think that'd be hilarious if I did. You really want to write a hymn in English to share it? Yeah, you can do it. And you don't know the rules. Well, go to there's an art and there's an art and media and like writing section in the server. There's also go to the Hellenism section. There's prayers and hymns. You could post it there and ask for help to ensure that it's following the structure of the hymn. Please don't let me get hit by a tram on the way to work. That's a good one. May Athena guide their hands so that they have the wisdom to pay attention to the road. I would love a poem in Spanish. I think that's wonderful. It also makes HH much more inclusive. And we have we have the language channel. You could post it there if you wanted help translating it. But like post it. I would love that. That would be amazing. Make sure you note if you want us to share it or not, like if we can use it, because that would be really cool. I would love to post more multi-language, whatever, posts and prayers to share on social, because I think a lot of people would appreciate it. That's scary. Okay, so generally, I'm gonna put my mouse where we are. Generally, it can be said that prayer provides strength for the soul. I think so. And mental support for both the individual and the collective. As such, it is an integral part of our worship. I agree. I need to do more praying because I think it does enrich our souls and helps our mental health. And I know one of the mods of the server has told me that like they literally talk to the gods as like therapy. And I'm like, I love this. This is so sweet. Just, let's get a cup of tea and like sit down with Hestia. I love it. I love Hestia. Hestia does not get enough love. All right. So I have this in my notebook here. So I'm just going to read the devotional hymns. By the way, in the book, it does say a little bit about the structure of a hymn. So you ask creative projects in exchange for a poem of him. Oh, that's wonderful. See, that is something you can do. You can give an offering and ask for like a reward. I guess like, look, I did this thing. Would you mind helping me out? Like, it's like going to like, look, whenever I talk to my mother, it's usually because I want something. We're not close. If you hang on the channel, you know that. And yeah, praying isn't only for when you want something, yes, but it is a really good thing to, butter somebody up. Never hurts. I always bring her something whenever I'm going to ask for something. And I think that's a really good kind of rule to kind of use a lot in your life, because then it has that reciprocal nature to it. And it doesn't feel like, whether it be a human or a God, that you're just sitting there asking for shit all the time. Right. Um, yeah. All right. We have devotional hymns. No, you're not weird at all. No, it was, thank you for adding that, because it is really important for us to mention, like, you don't have to ask for something. You don't have to only pray when you want something. You can just like love them. I'm terrible at cleaning my altars. To be fair, my room gets really dusty. But yeah, that's a great routine. I love that. Um, when I had my altar in the hallway, which was between the door and the bedrooms, whenever I passed by, I would just kind of boop, or just kind of stop and like put my head on it for like a minute, and just like tap it or do that as my way of being like, hey, I love you guys. Not asking for anything, but just saying. Alarms for cleaning. Yes, that's really great. I have like a schedule for cleaning. All right, I'm gonna die. So a hymn is a devotional tribute or offering to the divine in a lyrical form, poetry set to music. I put a note on here. The note is rap. Raps could technically qualify because it is a poem set to music. I want raps for the gods. I can't rap. I'm terrible at it. Somebody else do it. Worth it, worth it. Awesome. So, which is usually performed during a festival or a ceremony, or you can just do it at home. Um, an invocation to a specific god or gods comprises of the first section of a devotional hymn, followed by the main, often lengthy, part listing their epithets and their dominions, exalting of their powers and their greatness of their attributes. Again, hey, so and so, it's like being like, okay, look, there's 3 Ashleys in your workplace, right? And you love one of them and you want to give praise and you're the boss, right? You don't just go, Ashley was great. No, you go, Ashley G from accounting, who has done this big project and killed it. We just want to give you some accolades and recognize officially that you are awesome. It's kind of like that. Speaking of cleaning, you've discovered. Oh, cool. Cleaning. Oh, that's awesome. I love cleaning videos. They're so good. And by the way, watching cleaning videos and learning how to clean can absolutely be a devotional act. Think Auntie Hestia, think Athena, because remember, Athena has the duality. Yes, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. All right. So, okay. Thirdly, here we go, right here. We're just talking about it. You don't have to ask for something. And a hymn generally consists of no petition. It's just being like, you are amazing. You are awesome. This is why we love you. Hey. As opposed to a prayer, which usually does have a section for requests, right? So right here, they have it. I'm going to read it from here, though, because it's bigger here. And darker as opposed to my screen. So the hymn to, I'm going to fuck this up. Telesforos. I just have to remember to say it in my Armenian accent and then it sounds right. Okay, hold on, let me go back. Provides, this is a great example. So remember, 1, we have the invocation, 2, we have the epithets and the dominion, and also mentioning their greatness, like myths, etc. We praise, oh God, we praise thee, O Machar, who illuminates all mortals, giver of inner strength, you who was created by Pagan, I don't know how to say that, glorious Telesphore. It is you, oh God, why do they have to have so many hard words? It is you who the Epidaurians, I don't know, honor with the songs of protection. I'm going to scroll down for you guys. There's more. as they call enthusiastically upon the king as whatever, because he heals people from brutal pain. So that one's very short, right? Um, and I'm just gonna go right down to the Orphic hymns. The Orphic hymns, as well as the philosophical hymns, such as those. Sorry, I'm gonna read my book. Such as those of Proclus. I need to hear these words, or I'm never gonna be able to say them. Contain both elements of a hymn and prayer. So people, it has been, meshed together before. So like, if you wanted to do that, be creative. Be creative with your hymns and your prayers. Have fun with it. I'm not reading this big prayer thing. That's a lot. And you can see, so some of them. K-pop's awesome. K-pop is also great. I'm going to give an example here of like a great devotional act that I think people forget about. I love K-pop because they have certain routines and moves that the fans can learn and therefore do that's similar to the music video and the live stage performance. I think people forget that music, like, yes, music is a pollen and a lot of people do that. I see a lot of people learning instruments, singing counts, just having a fucking dance party counts, y'all, because you are enjoying and being in the moment with the music. And moving right back to dance, dancing can be a devotional act. It can be a physical workout. It can be, like I said, vibing and being in the moment for Apollo. Think of also Pan with his flute and like lots of stories about that include dancing. It can work on balance, which is also important if you have any sort of anything that you are fighting, whether it be chronic illness, time, or I don't know what else. I use dancing because like fibromyalgia, K-pop. Yes. Be flexible and creative with your practice. It is specific to you and things you love. And like if you're sharing something you love as a devotional act to the gods, think of it like double love, right? It's like love squared. Yeah, I know, it's exciting. We should do that. We should do like a dance party. I wanted to note here for as far as philosophical hymns, I kind of want to give a little homework. Look up information about philosophical hymns, and if you find one or is something that's interesting, please post it in the book club thread. I want to see what everyone finds. It's like fun homework. You don't have to do it, but like it would be really cool if we could all learn together. Besides the book, just expanding on that. Okay, so I want to show here the example of the petition prayer is found in the last 4 lines here. So let's look at that. That's the only one I wanted to read. Come, O Savior Goddess, friend of all initiates, pleasantly bring the good fruits of the earth, peace, love, beauty, and health. May you banish illness and pain to the mountain peaks. I wanted to read this because I feel like these last section, I know it's just a petition, but I think it's also a praise to the power of the deity because that's some pretty hefty power, right? Not only giving us the good fruits of the earth, you could also use this for Demeter. You could use it for Persephone. You could use it for Gaia. You could use it for if there's I don't know any other deities associated with the earth off the top of my head. But this could be a great thing to not use necessarily as a petition, but to be like, hey, you're doing amazing. You're doing this thing for us. I would love if you would continue doing this and maybe help my life be like a little bit better if you can. And that's like how I kind of read it, less of like a give me, and more of a like, you are so powerful and amazing. Can you please keep doing this? So I just wanted to bring highlight to it, especially because for me, may you banish illness and pain to the mountains. Like, chronically ill bitch here. And I know we have several in the server. So aside from the hymns, there are other types of devotional songs, such as none of these words I can say, except for Parthenion, maybe. I would have to try really hard with the other ones. Yeah, I don't even want to try that. So, you know, this is also a great point. Like if you find information or examples of these, please take the time and post it in the thread, because I want us to all like work on this together, right? We're all here together for a reason. No, that wasn't. I want to move on to, I mean, we also have like a big hymn to read. Yeah, right? Exactly. It has keep doing like amazing things vibes. So the posture of adoration. This is really important as a question that we get a lot. Yeah, they are. They really are. I would love for someone in the server who speaks Greek or ancient Greek to just record themselves saying all these words so that the rest of us can know how to say it, because I fucking don't. Okay, I'm just going to explain this because I know it off the top of my head. Also, hydrate or die straight, bitches. I know, please, right? Sacred, please, please. We should just post them in the language section, actually. If someone can post them in the language section, that would be great. So posture of adoration. There are two ways to talk about this, and to do the two hand motions. You forgot? What'd you forget? If we're talking, and there's different ways to place your hands in the posture, whatever, of adoration, depending on the deity. If we're talking about, I'm going to call them like deities from above, the earth, think of the earth itself as like a line, okay? Like the crust of the earth is the line of dividing. Anyone who is above, think Zeus, because sky, Apollo, Hera, Demeter, even, all of those, Hermes, all of that, hydrating. Well, go hydrate, bitch. Blank, sorry. So any one of those deities, we're going to pray with our hands up. Now, we don't do it like this. We do it like this. But this in particular is difficult for me because I have tendonitis and I'm not supposed to have it at that angle. That's why I do this. So just try to face your palms up, whatever is comfortable for you. It's just been, it's like pointing in the direction of the person, right? You're going, hey, you over there, right? Except it's you over there. Now, there's also deities of below, right? Oh, yes. We always want to make things accessible. Also, it's just me being selfish. How many things in HH have started because Victoria wanted them and no one else was doing it? Pretty much everything. I actually, since I'm mentioning things that we've done, I didn't do jack shit on this one. I'm very happy about that. I'm so proud of everyone. The HH calendar is out, and if I should use the it's site, I think that's the command. It should trigger. There it goes. Perfect. So if you go to the HH website, which is ahellenichaherald.com, you'll be able to go to the calendar section and download the HH calendar for 2025 for free, 100% free, which has epithets, all of that information that we were just looking at. That shit for the deities is on the calendar for each deity of the month, including a prayer. So you don't even have to make up your own prayer. Use some of ours that people from the community have donated and said that we could use, which is wonderful. I love that it's community made. Yes, personal homework, and to put all of this in calendar Google. Also, we do have an HH calendar on Google. It's on the Twitch. You can just click it to see it, and it has like our activities. It has information for the holidays, so it's also on Google Calendar. But this calendar allows you to have that information, and it's really fucking pretty. And if you know, Larusa Mystic was the primary, Larusa Mystic and Jill, who's our head librarian, were the primary contributors and creators of the calendar. And I am so grateful, mainly because I didn't have to do shit. And I just ordered the calendar and it's pretty on my wall and I love it. So go make sure you go to, Larusa Mystic is one of our mods. She's amazing. I was so thrilled. We all had like a fangirl moment where we're like, But yeah, did an amazing job. It's beautiful. Y'all should check it out. ahelenacarroll.com. The link is in the chat. So hands up for and this is called Uranic or Uranic deities, depending on your accent. And those are all the deities of above. The deities of below, Hades, also Persephone. Persephone and Hermes and many other deities are actually dual deities. So it depends on what epithets and what reason that you're praying to them. So if you're praying for Hermes, for example, for assistance with communication or traveling, you would be doing hands up, right? Because those are things that he does above the ground. Hermes also helps fairy souls to the underworld to meet Charon. Yeah, Charon, the pilot of the river Styx. So he's also a chthonic deity as well. So if you're praying to him, like, for example, oh my God, for example, I had like a wave of emotion for like a split second. Because my grandmother was actually, even though she was Christian, she loved HH. She actually has her own little tombstone. Learning Korean totally counts. Yes, it does. Absolutely. So she actually has a spot in our graveyard in the Minecraft server, which is really cute. She loved the Minecraft servers. I have to say, I don't think I ever said, or I haven't said it recently. A big thank you to everyone who spent hours and hours and hours and hours building those temples, because like I show those pictures to everybody, and like that is the one thing that like solidifies to people like very often that, oh, this is a religion, like they're building temples. This is like a big thing. So when she died, which it was really sweet, I haven't shared the story in a while, I asked my dad if I could give her a drachma for the ferryman so that she could come visit me when I die. And he did. He gave it and he put it in her hand and everything. It's in her coffin with her. And so I prayed to Hermes to grant her a safe trip down to the underworld whenever she wants. Because I also taught her a lot about Persephone, about the gods and stuff. And she thought it was really wonderful. So I, in that prayer, would have my hands down because we're talking to the deities. Again, pointing at them and going, hey, you, I'm talking to you, right? Because you're amazing. So we're going hands down if we're referring to a deity's chthonic aspects, if they are a dual deity. So many deities are dual deities. It's hilarious. I love it. I love how they all help each other. So Hades would be hands below. If you're praying to Titans, this is a good one. If you're praying to one of the Titans, hands below, right? Because the Titans, a lot of them are in Tartarus, unfortunately, or fortunately, because they were kind of a dick. Okay, so that summarizes that. Oh, I love this bit of it. Hold on. There was this right above this picture of an archaeological finding that actually shows us. Yes, hands are like, yo, love you. So the Persians and Egyptians worshiped the gods and kings by kneeling to the ground, leaning like four-legged dogs, while the Hellenes slightly bent the knee and body, and after kissing their hand, touched it to item of their devotion. Sending a message, sealing it with a kiss. Right? All right. We're done. That's the end. I love how book club neatly fits within an hour. So let me get the notes from the server as to what is the next reading here. All right, we are meeting on the 27th. So we are going to be covering pages 73 through 88. I'm going to copy it into the chat. That is the discussion of purification and Hellenic holy days. If you are looking for a religion that gives you a lot of excuses to get out of work, we have so many oh my God, we have so many holidays. Seriously, go download the HH calendar. Go look at now, not everyone celebrated all the holidays because a lot of holidays were area specific, but there are a fuck ton of holidays. There's like at least like 6 holidays a month. It's insane. You can't celebrate all of them. Please don't try. You will burn yourself out. Experience over here. It's too much for any one person, I think. There's a lot. There's a lot. Do I have the calendar downloaded here? I do. I can show it. Hold on. I'll show it on the screen for like a second if it'll open. My phone might have my laptop might. There we are. Okay. So we're in February. Let's see. We have Anthesteria. We have, and that's a 3-day holiday. Parentalia, Lupercalia, which I went to an event for. I want to write an article on it. We have the Lesser Mysteries, and we have Diasia. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Hecate's Daphnon. And there are holy days around Hecate's Daphnon, the new month, because there's 5 days after the new month that we honor certain deities. I don't know them all. Don't ask me. Yes. Yeah. You just go happy insert festival here. You tried it for a year. Yeah. It made for like, instead of a good, you tried doing it. It's because it's a lot, because it's a fucking lot and it's exhausting. And this is not a busy month. This is like an average month. That's a lot of fucking holidays. Not to mention things like if you celebrate Imbolc, if you're like a multi-path person, you could be celebrating Imbolc, you could be celebrating anything. A lot of people also celebrate Valentine's Day. Oh, there's also Priam. I don't actually know what holiday that is, because it doesn't have the ledger next to it. So we have ledger. This year we included Hellenic, so Greek, Roman, Celtic, and Norse holidays in addition to UK, US holidays. Yeah, they did a lot. I am just Larissa Mystic and Jill, our librarian, loved it. Yeah, it's too much. So next month actually is Hestia and Hephaestus. So I'm really looking forward to that. We need to honor Auntie Hestia more. And Hephaestus doesn't get enough love either. So next month we have Ostara, which is the spring equinox. We have Elaphobe. I don't even know what the holiday that is. Elaphobia. I don't know. The Numenia starts on the 1st of March. That's amazing. It almost never falls on the 1st. All right, we're going to have an amazing month next month. Go download the calendar, you guys. It's going to be dope. What are we doing? Pages 37 to 88. I love you all. Thank you for showing up for book club. If you missed any of it and want to look back, go to our YouTube channel. It might not be named correctly because we had a little trouble in the beginning. But it is the most recent, video because we're live. And if you have any questions or extra thoughts, Numenia is the first day of the lunar month. So that day, I believe, we'll have a new moon. And then we'll have a full moon, on the 14th, which is Greater Dionysia. Hey, Thunder, I need help. We need help. That's a big holiday. I'm going to try to brainstorm some stuff because Greater Dionysia is insane. It's like almost a whole week, and it's a celebration for obviously Dionysus. Your girl's going to get shit-faced. Awesome, everyone. Love. Thank you for joining us, and may the gods bless you on your journeys. Bye. I'll see you all in the